Give me 1 second. Wow, we didn't want no name for no kids. Yeah, kid, that feeling. Black merch, what's the word? We about to be live in a second. I'm gonna share this link because I have to. Just because it's a special request from my guy. Special request from my guy. I just wanted to make sure he was good. Now we good. That was a special request from my guy. We ain't gonna say no names. Y'all know how we do. Wait till I get a lot of people on the live. I'm gonna be like, come on in. Come on in. You know what I'm saying? Come on in. All right, without further ado, let's get it. Y'all know how we do. We don't play around. Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la, we real. They go, ooh la la, we real. Like, ooh la la, we real. They go, ooh la la, we real. On a Friday, la la, we real. Yes, boy. La la, we real. Bless them. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here. One more in. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Because over here on this side, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, when the people don't be acting flaky. Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you exit and hit stage left, I'm going to need you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. And we in the end game because it's Friday. Best day. Blessed day, as I like to plainly say. That's one of my slogans. That's one of my sayings on the channel. And for me, Fridays is the best day. It's a blessed day because it's Juma. You know, we go to Juma. Although we're not perfect in no means of the word and in no aspects. But we go to Juma, we hear the good word, we reflect, and then we think and we see how we can get better in our day-to-day activities and our day-to-day lives. And pretty much today, the good word for those that attended Juma, the Juma that I went to, obviously is different messages and different masjids if you go in to hear the word. But the message in my masjid today was, what are you doing with your time? How are you spending your time here? Are you shucking and jiving and You know what I mean? Like you high-fiving and you shucking and jiving, or you know, making an impact. You doing something that's meaningful. And you know, that message resonates because a lot of times, you know, when you think about what we do, how we do it, when we doing it, we don't really be doing nothing that's impactful. Not all of us, obviously, not all of us, but a lot of us, too many of us. And we live on YouTube and we live on Instagram as it is every Friday. And before we jump right into the first topics, you know, I like to start off the show with Friday, how I feel, ask you how you feel, how your week went. And, you know, for me, started off the week with a funeral. You know, rest in peace, Boss Lady, aka Boss Lady Keita. You know what I mean? Harlem stand up. She is Harlem and Heaven up in Harlem. And you know, at the new gig that I got, two of my coworkers, they also had you know, death in the family or death surrounding them, and they had to go to you know, funerals, etc. And so as I always say on the channel, you know what I mean? Tony, do you ever think about when you out of here? Your record deal, your video out of here, your Mercedes Benz and your Range Rover, all that shit out of here. And we know when we gonna go. If we knew when we was gonna go, we would do a lot of great things. If we said, boom, I got a magic wand in my hand. Bam! I'm gonna tell you gonna go May 20th, 2025, XYZ, but we taking it back to 2015. We taking it back to 2010. You'd be like, oh shit, I'm gonna die May 15th, 2025 in a car accident? I'm gonna do XYZ to make sure that my life was fruitful, to make sure the impact that I have on others is impactful. You know what I mean? As opposed to, you don't know when you're gonna go. And none of us do. The Most High says, get over here on some Scorpion shit. Get over here. And you know, I don't got Scorpion right now, but he probably in the bag. Y'all know if y'all watch the channel, I got all little trinkets and shit like that. But get over here. If you knew when you was gonna die, at this exact time, at the exact place, a lot of us would do things a lot different. We would move different. We would act different. We would think different. We would spend less time bullshitting, dare I say, as opposed to when you don't know what they say, ignorance is bliss. So you just going through your day, you don't know when you're going to die, you don't have an inkling of when the Most High going to take you back. So you just moving through the earth like how you move. You doing what you doing, you doing it what you doing, and you doing it well on some LL shit. Like you doing it and you doing it well on some LL shit because you don't know when the Most High is going to take you. But this week was trying. And the week was trying again because again, you know, I buried my aunt, someone close to me, not like really blood aunt, but like through marriage and through the years, you know, my aunt. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but we all got to go. Ain't no delaying it. Ain't no speeding it up. Ain't nothing you can do to stop it. And to quote, you know, Thanos from the Endgame, or was it Infinity War, you can run from it, you can dread it, but destiny arrives all the same, people. No matter what you do, how you doing it, when you doing it, we all got to go. You in and out blurry on YouTube? What about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I was a little blurry and a little in and out on YouTube. Can you hear me now? How about now? Anyway, folks, just be mindful of you know, how you moving through, you know, the most high's earth. I think Lil Wayne got a quote and saying, I walk light so I don't piss the ground off. You know what I mean? About to scoop your girl up like a ground ball. Like when you moving through the earth, when you doing what you're doing, be mindful that we all here temporary, and we can add something positive, something in the plus as opposed to the negative for somebody's life, day-to-day activity, then you should do it. I think you should do it. Anyway, let's get to this first topic. And we in the end game cause you, baby, I found you. You, baby, I found you. I done been around the world, been around the block, been around hoes that fuck Biggie and Pop, like Vita Guerrera. Ass took her to the top. Now I mean on some couldn't get far fucking rap stars. You know who you are. I wrote this song for you. And you. And you. For all y'all. I wrote this song for all of y'all. And we talking about I'll show you where the blood's at, where the Crips at, show you where they pitch crack, where they flip crack. Let me put you on the game. Yeah, let me put you on the game. I'll show you where the blood's at, where the Crips at, show you where they flip crack, where they pitch at. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game, people, and let me put you on the game because allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of, maybe, kind of, sort of, the game down with the G unit is allegedly happened to sell or offer up $4 million for the $7 million that he was supposed to pay for the alleged sexual assault. And I'm saying it like that to be funny. Monique, what up? Monique Diva, what's the word? It's Friday. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. On this particular Friday, we are engaging in the topic of the game having to sell his mansion, possibly, maybe, kind of, sort of, or he got to give it to her. I'm saying both because I actually was online and I seen both. One, I seen he had to sell his mansion to give her $4 million. You know what I mean? Sweets, what's the word? Sweets envy. The second one was he had to give her the mansion. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't want to get false information out. And none of that really matters, to be honest. Get into the nicks and crannies of the real topic. The real topic is, do you got dick discipline? That's the real topic. Because you can show me where the blood's at, where the Crips at, show me where they hitch crack, where they flip, know what I mean? Let me put you on the game. No. Let me put you on the game. You can show me where the blood's at, where the Crips at, show you where they flip packs, where they pitch at. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game, nigga. Let me show you where they do this thing, you know what I mean? And it's one of my favorite songs, Body Game, off that documentary album when he first came out with G Unit, right? So allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of, he's ordered to pay the $7 million, right? Not like LeBron James, not one. What's good, my brother? Grass Money, what's the word? Not one, not two, not three, like LeBron James. Y'all know what the fuck it is. He like, yo, we gonna win not one, not two, not three. Like, we gonna ball on these niggas, me, Dwayne Wade, Josh, Chris Bosh, and we gonna get a whole bunch of rings, but they only got two. They only won two, right? For those that's keeping track of the GOAT conversation. I'm being funny, but I'm not. So here we have the game, allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of, and again, we live on Instagram and we live on YouTube as we are on every Friday night, right? He allegedly did some shit he wasn't supposed to do, got caught up in a situation that you would think like, damn, how does this happen? Why does this happen? And like in the end game, why is Gamora? Who is Gamora? What is Gamora? Like, I'm being funny, but I'm not. And when I seen this post, I think it was on the Shade Room or it was on the Neighborhood or, what have you, right? I'm only bringing attention to it for these few reasons. The first is the game, and whether you like him or not, whether you think he should be relevant or not, whether you in your mind like, yo, why they keep giving this nigga spotlight? Why they keep giving this nigga all this shine, right? No matter what you think, we can learn from the events that took place. Whether the chick was lying, whether she was telling the truth. Because I don't know. I wasn't there. You wasn't there. You wasn't in the room when it was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in the game and I'm going to need you to kindly, you know what I mean? Go down on the kid, make a nigga feel good. Halle Berry, make me feel good. Halle Berry, make me feel good. On like the Monsters Ball, like the movie, when she was like, make me feel good. Make me feel good. Know what I mean? We don't know if he crossed the line or whether she was down with the shits and he was like, damn, baby, you got all that ass and I got to look sorry. On some Kanye West shit, like, I'm good. She got that ass, I got to look sorry. Forget all that. And I don't even know her name. I did save the post, but fuck all that, right? Fuck all that. The message that I want to bring to the brothers, to the young men that's getting the bag, you in bag training because you about to be a multi-millionaire, you about to be the next Kyrie and Luka, you about to be the next Ant-Man, you about to be the next Kobe Bryant, you about to be that guy. Because they, you know what I mean, you got all the crossover moves, you got the personality, your smile is inviting. I'm talking to you. Talking to the athletes, the entertainers, to the actors, etc., right? We see too many stories like this. Where you starting at the bottom, now we here. Like my uncle gave me the keys, I told you bring it right back. Talking about that part, right? You made it now. Now you made it. And now everybody's looking at you. They analyzing. They watching you. And y'all know that I'm a movie. If you see the background, mostly Marvel, and we live on YouTube and we live on Instagram. But I was about to say, if you young enough or you old enough rather, then you familiar with the movie Love and Basketball, right? With Sanaa Lathan and Sanaa Lathan on some whole shit. And what's the real actor name that was in fucking Raising Cain and the father, and he got killed in the shit. The policeman, right? But from the movie, right? I'm gonna stand up when I say this, right? Because I want you to hear me, right? And I'm a little amped up. It's Friday. I'm feeling good, and I'm gonna say this shit verbatim because I don't know all the exact words that he said. But Quincy's father, right? And I'm gonna say he was Quincy, like he was in Juice and in this movie. And before the light-skinned nigga from Allstate, from This Is Allstate, the dark-skinned, slim, old school brother, right? You in good hands, you in Allstate now. You know what I'm talking about, the light-skinned, smooth groove nigga. He was his father in the movie. He like, yo, after Q found out that his father cheated, that he was popping buns and, you know what I mean, them chicks down and shit. Verbatim, you know what I mean, right? He was telling his son, listen, I'm in the NBA. I'm in the NBA. I'm gonna say that again. I'm in the NBA, and a lot of these women, they bust downs. You know what I mean? To the beans, and stretch, keep it going to the beans, and stretch, keep it going. I'm being funny, but I'm not, right? In the movie, he was telling his son, like, yo, when you make it to the NBA, it's plenty of women that want to do whatever you want to do. Like, take that. Whatever you want to do, you say, yo, hop on one foot like a dog or some Coming to America shit. Oof. Like, whatever you want, whatever you into, you got a woman to do that for you Because you in the NBA, you that guy. And oh, by the way, y'all know what I'm going to say on the channel. You know what I'm going to say on the channel if you rock with Popovich TV? Because that's your money, son. Because that's your money. Yeah, we live on Instagram and we live on YouTube. Because that's your money. Because that's your money. And when you got money, you know, you just swipe to the left. Slide to the right. Bitch got a fat ass. Oh, slide to the left. How much she cost? Slide to the right. And he was telling his son, like, listen, it's all type of women when you come to town. You from New York, but when you go to Boston and you win those 2 games, New York Knicks in the building, right? When you win those 2 games, he was pointing out a lot of different scenarios. And I dragged that on, but I'm being funny, but I'm not. Forget exactly what he said. I know at the end of his soliloquy, of his monologue, this is what he told his son. He like, in the bold ones, when you go in your dressing room, the bold ones is in your dressing room, butt ass naked, waiting for you to pop cheeks, waiting. The audio was in and out. I wonder why the audio was in and out. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? We on Instagram, somebody said the audio was in and out. Can you hear me now? Sepp Labrat. Sepp Labrat, what's the word? Can you hear me now? So, in the movie Love and Basketball, she said it's glitchy? Yeah. What's going on, dude? Why the fuck is it glitchy? I'm not sure why I'm glitchy, y'all, but I'm going to take what they're saying is. What about YouTube? Can you hear me on YouTube? We live on YouTube. We live on Instagram. Can you hear me on YouTube? I'm driving the point home. We talking about the game. And a little. Still glitchy. I wonder why it's like that. I'm on YouTube, young lady. I'm not sure why it's like that. Popovich TV on YouTube. Anyway, we talking about all this shit. We talking about the game, right? And how he got to pay this lady $7 million. You know what I mean? $7 million. But I'm bringing this up to say athlete after athlete after athlete after athlete, entertainer after entertainer after entertainer after entertainer. And Quincy Father and Q Father on Love and Basketball, he like, yo, when the bold ones, they butt ass naked in your dressing room waiting for you. So I say, damn, this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing to scratch your head about. Like, damn, is that what happens when the women like the guys? Is that what happens when the women take a liking to a certain type of individual? We know what it is. This happens every day, all day. And to quote Cam, like Cameron, as we often do, babies die every day, B. No. He said niggas die every day, B. But I say babies die every day, B. Like to play on it and to get you to think about what I'm saying. We so numb to the fact that kids get killed every day. That shit is nothing. That shit is nothing. Make no mistake about it. You and your mom may be like, yeah, you know, a 10-year-old got killed on my block today. They got hit by a car. Or a 12-year-old, they got shot in the head. Well, you know what I mean? But that shit means nothing, people. I'm being funny, but I'm not. It happens so often, you get numb to that shit. It's like a taser. You get numb to that shit. Like, that shit happen every day, B. Babies die every day, B. But anyway, in that particular movie, the father is telling the son, who ultimately went to the NBA, and he played for the Lakers, right? He like, yo, in the bold ones, they in your dressing room, butt ass naked, waiting to get bent over, choked out from the back, and done dirty. Those the bold ones. And his son couldn't understand that. And my question to you, if you watching on Instagram, Billy D, what's the word, my guy? Happy Friday. Or you watching on YouTube. Why do these athletes, these entertainers, these people with the big bag, Why do they keep falling for the same fucking tricks? Drop down, roll over, go to the sky like a dog, jump through the hole, bark, dog. You know what I mean? Like when you teaching your dog new tricks and you teaching your dog how to do certain things, why is these old dogs falling for the same fucking tricks? Right? And we quote a game, this is about game. Possibly, maybe, kind of, sort of, having to pay off $4 million, give his mansion away. Like, you got to give your mansion away? Like, my nigga, you got to give your mansion away to some chick? And again, I don't know if he's guilty of what she's accusing him of. I don't know if he's innocent and she fucking lying of what he did. What I do know is allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of, what's spinning in the clip right now is you gotta pay, nigga. You gonna pay like you weigh. So the Jonathan Majors, the Ant-Mans, Anthony Edwards, aka Ant-Man, and a slew of other people. Why are we not learning? Why are we not taking the little shit that's dropped for us to look at, analyze, and say, oh, these niggas is losing money by the millions. I ain't worked this hard to give you my money. I'm trying to get my mama out the sticks on some whole shit. Like he told Beanie Siegel, you got 2 Bentleys and your mama's still in the sticks, nigga? What we talking about? You working all this hard, you busting your ass to be the best around, to be the #1 draft pick, just for you to give your money to some skeezer on some New Jack City shit, like, you know what I mean? On some skeezer shit. And again, I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying that he's innocent. What I'm saying is that as black men with money, you come into the draft, you come into the NBA, to the NFL, to the Major League Baseball, whatever it is, we have to start exercising better decision making. We have to start exercising better discipline when it comes to our money. And y'all see the Cat Williams interview with Shannon Sharpe. Obviously, it's trending. Some of his old clips, because of what's happening, is spinning in the clip now, right? And one of them is he like, I'm afraid of white women, right? He like, I'm afraid of white women. And then right after that, what he said? He said, you could be Cain the Conqueror and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weeks. Less than that. Nigga, they could take you down in less than fucking 48 hours. And if you not mindful, you're going to be a vic. You're going to be a victim and you're going to be on TV looking real funny in the face, talking about, listen, I need to focus more on my family. I need to take away from work to focus on the downtime and woo, 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 and And why, right? Game is, I'm in my 40s, and y'all know I got no telling my age, you know, what year I went to high school, etc. You know, niggas gonna dox you anyway. Niggas gonna dox you like, oh, this nigga went to 43, he went to woo. Niggas be quick to type up and find some shit on you, right? So that's why I always plainly say, my page is open, come on in, we live, we rolling, we authentic. That feeling, I got nothing to hide. The shit that I want to talk about, oh yeah, we gonna talk about. And the shit that I don't want to talk about, I'm gonna say next question, please. People, ladies, gentlemen, and lowlife. That's a Slick Rick reference. Or for the greatest of wrenches of Slick Rick. Ladies, gentlemen, and lowlifes. But more so to the gentlemen, to the fellas. Don't work your fucking ass off to give your money away. That's the dumbest shit you can ever do. You working all your motherfucking life. You figuring it out. You becoming to be the best around. And nothing's ever gonna keep you down. Some Karate Kid shit. And you're the best around. And nothing's ever gonna keep, like, you the best around, nigga. You worked your whole fucking life. to get where you got. Just to give your money away to somebody that tricks you out of your money and said, he did X, Y, Z to me. He pulled my draw. He said no when I said woo woo, and now you facing sexual accusations. Come on, bro. Come on. And I'm not saying he should have paid her, because we know that unfortunately, it's a lot of women that lie. That's the facts. You can run from it, you can dread it, but destiny arrives all the same. You could be doing everything you could be doing everything right. You could be looking for the love of your life and some Erykah Badu shit. Like the love of your life with Common Sense. You could be waiting for the love of your life. And then boom, shorty like, yeah, I'm not happy no more. I seen you on Instagram liking pictures. I seen you doing X, Y, Z. I'm not feeling secure no more in what I'm doing. So I need to take you to court. I need to divorce you, and I need to get half, nigga. And you sitting there saying, yo, I done got this bitch a mansion. I done got X, Y, Z. Like we see Jalen Green, right? Jalen Green and Drea. You know, Jalen Green from the Houston Rockets, $100 million man, and she was a older Kruger preying on a young brother, even though a lot of the women was like, that nigga grown. That nigga is grown. Ain't nobody praying on him. Ain't nobody praying on his downfall. And like Hov said, niggas pray and pray on my downfall, but every time I hit the ground, I bounce up like ground ball. Now, I don't want to have to kill soundboard. Don't want to have to cut back the 4-pound boy. Like, look, Scrapper, I got nephews to look after. I'm not looking at you dudes. I'm looking past you. I'm looking past you. And what we looking past is the money. So, can you show me some money? I am Billy Reed. What's the word? Can you show me some money? Live on Instagram, live on YouTube. And so it's disappointing to hear a nigga like Game that got a song saying, I'll show you where the Bloods at, where the Crips at, show you where they flip crack, where they pitch at. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Yeah, like, I'll show you where the Bloods at, where the Crips at, show you where they flip crack, where they pitch at. Let me put you on the game. A nigga made a song like, I'm going to put you on the game. But you not putting me on to the game of 52 blocking on some Neo shit. The women that come with the foolery. We got to do better. Otherwise, you're going to become a victim. I don't feel sorry for the Game. Not because he didn't pay the $7 million. That is a whole lot of money. It's a whole lot than what I got. Probably maybe than I'll ever see. Who knows? I don't know what's in the cards for me financially. All I know is, what I can work myself to try to do. And, every day we in the trenches, we working hard. And I hope you get to the bag financially too, if that's your goal. I don't know what's in the cards for me. But what I'm saying is, what I hope is not in the cards for me is that for me to work my whole last fucking ass off just to give it to some chick that finessed me because she ended up sleeping with me, taking a picture, saying some shit that I did and she ain't feel like doing it. Then all of a sudden I'm a predator. All of a sudden I'm a scumbag. All of a sudden I'm somebody that's the scum of the earth. I hope I don't get caught out there like that because, even if you are found innocent in the courtroom, in the public eye, if you are found guilty, or the public eye is sitting back and looking at you like, nigga, you try to take her drawers. You try to do X, Y, Z. Woo, 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 and Your career is done. And as I like to say, I'm from New York. Rest in peace, Prodigy, right? Shout outs to Havoc and shout outs to Noid and everybody from Queens. What I like to say on this channel is, you just became a resident of Queens because you did it in Dun Dun. You done if a chick put some allegations out there about you, and you got to pay some money, or you end up got to sell your home or your mansion, and 7 million, my nigga, and you got to give up your mansion for 4 million. That's crazy. I can't even fathom that. One, because I don't have a mansion, but two, why you didn't show up to court if you was innocent. Why you didn't fight hard for your shit, my nigga? You about to lose out. And my thing is, for what? Because you felt entitled, you felt some type of way about them trapping you off, or whatever, what have you. The bottom line is this: we got to stop putting ourselves in positions where we could be taken advantage of. Now, I get it. You can find the love of your life, again, on some Erykah Badu shit. Love of my life, I can depend. Love of my life, or some, you know what I mean? Like, no one can be, like some love of your life shit. You can find the love of your life, and the chick still could wake up like, yo, I'm not happy. This is not it. This nigga is somebody I ain't thinking, and still try to take half of your shit. That's the reality when you have money. If you don't got no money, I see a lot of the comments with the ladies saying, nigga, you ain't got no money? So what you worried about? You worried about a woman taking half of what? You going to work every day on the construction site. You a truck driver. You a CDL driver. You on the highway back and forth from New York to Texas. Ain't nobody taking advantage of you because you have nothing for them to take advantage of. I get that part. But my thing is, why even maybe kind of sort of put yourself in that position to be taken advantage of? Right. That part. We in the end game. Let's get to this. Let's get to this shit. We in the end game, right? People, it's Friday night. We just getting paid. Let's talk about this Times Square shit, right? Let's talk about the black lady Times Square photo. I think we got a photo of it right here. Let me get the Times Square photo. 42nd Street, Times Square, black woman monument. Just wanted to get the picture. And here we go right here. Boom. Boom. Let's get to this right here. This is the next topic right here, right? Black woman, hand on the hips, looking like she with the shits, looking like she's giving body, looking like she got an attitude, dare I say, right? I don't know if she got an attitude or not, but it's looking like full body. We live on YouTube and we live on Instagram, and I got another platform. We live and we rolling right now. When I first looked at the picture, it looked like she got some scrubs on, so maybe she work in the hospital. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, maybe she was standing on line at McDonald's. I don't know. And a lot of people had opinions, as I do. You know, we a podcast, we a YouTube channel. We talk about all the trending topics. I give my spiel on how I see things and etc. And that's why y'all fuck with me. I don't cut no corners. I don't bite my tongue. I don't try to be politically correct. I just say how I feel, how I see a thing, and it is what it is. The next spinning the clip, or people going to agree with it. In this particular instance where we got the black woman, you know, downtown on 42nd Street, I don't know why the statue was there. What prompted, you know, what ideas they're going off. Why is it there? Is it supposed to be displaying strength? Is it supposed to be displaying you know, we ain't going nowhere? And like Tupac said, it's them that's knocking us off. It's us that's knocking us off. Like, I really don't know what the artist was trying to convey. That's the words that I'll say. But when we look at the photo, just the photo itself, hands like to the back, both of her hands is to the back like this. You know what I mean? The little short shirt, you know what I'm saying? Look like she ain't got no undershirt under it. So maybe the tatas is showing and tatas up my thighs like on some Tony Braxton shit, making me high. Some Foxy Brown shit. Ooh, baby. Gotta get you home with me tonight. Like, you know what I mean? The braids in the hair, and I like the braids, right? Like, some people is totally against this shit. And then some people like, yo, I like the demonstration or what they was trying to display, convey to the masses. Some people like she overweight. Some people like she look like she got an attitude. Some people like the braids. And why is this the epitome, right, of the black woman? And I'll say this, I don't know why this, again, I don't know the author, the person who did this shit. I don't know, I don't know them. When I googled it, I did hear the name, but I can't, think of the name. And they didn't really give a, when I was reading it, this is just from my observation, what I read. It really didn't give a concrete answer to why they did the monument, the statue. They didn't really say what was the meaning behind it. So I can't really tell you like, I did it because of this. I didn't find that. If you found it, drop it in the comments. We live on YouTube. We live on Instagram. Drop that shit in the comments on this is the reason, Lee, so you can understand. I see the photo. I'm looking at it. I'm like, I kind of understand what they trying to do. You know what I mean? And I also understand why some of the women is mad about said photo, about said monument and statue. And first thing off the rip, what I see, what I look at is Dwayne Wade. Like, you know what I mean? Mr. Flash himself. And how his face, his cheekbones, his whole statue, if you ask me, it didn't look real representative, if you will, of Dwayne Wade. It didn't look, it wasn't a good statue to me. And a lot of people, when you was on Twitter, Instagram, and people giving their comments and opinions, they was like, this shit look crazy. You know what I mean? It don't look like Dwayne Wade. It looks bad. This image here, I'll say it looked like a black woman, obviously. Is it the proper description of the black woman? Is it the proper, way to represent? I'll say some women, not all, obviously. It's not all. Nothing is what's the word that people be using? And y'all forgive me. I'm not all there. I got my GED. I know how to count 1, 2, 3, and I completed ABE right after, before getting my GED up north in Elmira, right? I'm being funny, but I'm not. For all of those people that got their college degree, you know how to, speak well, real eloquent and, articulate. I'm not really that person. I say what it is, and I call a spade a spade. It just is what it is, right? But as far as the representation, I think partially it does look like the average black woman. Braids, a little overweight, a little attitude given. We don't know why it's given attitude or body, but it's given a little attitude, and it's like, well, why are you giving attitude? Why are you giving a little bit of body, right? And, again, I don't know the reason why the person made it, but to put it downtown on 42nd Street and all of its glory, like, that's crazy. But I understand some of what they was trying to display. It doesn't mean that everything is right and exact. And also, this is, last week we were speaking about, who the fuck we were speaking about? We were speaking about Tracy Ross Ellis, right? When she was speaking to Michelle Obama and her interactions with men and why she date younger men, even though she didn't say what age. She just like, I date younger men. They handsome, they gorgeous, they fine, they sexy, woo woo woo, and Pretty much she like, because I can, nigga. Nigger and Negroes, the headbanger. The headbanger, like, Negroes, I do it because I can, niggas. I do it because I can. You want to do something about it? You want to prove and show me that I'm wrong? Nigga, I do it because I can. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's that. You displaying a image, or you trying to convey a message that I find to be somewhat accurate. You can disagree, you can run from it, you can dread it, but destiny arrives all the same. Like, okay, we get it. This may not be the proper representation of all black women. Maybe not even a large sum or portion of black women. But you would be lying saying that it don't represent no black women. You'll be lying if you said that. If you say, yo, this statue, this imagery, whatever they trying to depict and put on us, we got to shake you off on some Mariah Carey, I got to shake you off. No, you would be lying. You would be disingenuous for saying that, because there's too many examples of shit being exactly how they displayed it. Exactly how they displayed it. Whether you like it or not, whether you running from it, you dreading it, it's exactly how they displayed it. No mistake about it, no questions about it, or none of that. And so that's where we want to meet at. Now that we got that out the way, we not excusing the artists why they made the black women look like that. We not totally against them. We not totally with them. We kind of unbiased. And our unbiased thoughts is, this is somewhat of a representation of how a black woman is. Y'all seen that video? It's in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. It's in Atlanta. I'm not sure what store it was in, but it was a couple of black women inside of a local discount store or what have you, and it was, come on baby, come on baby, y'all know what I'm talking about. The story in the store where all the black chicks was shaking their tail feather, shaking their ass to the music, and it was supposedly, maybe, kind of, sort of, allegedly, a store that don't fuck with us. They ain't want us spending our money in a store. They ain't want us buying their products. Yet and still, we thought it was cool. We thought it was slick. We thought it was comfortable enough to get on live, press record on your phone, and you in the store, shake your little tail feather to the people that don't really rock with you, to the people that don't fuck with you. You thought it was cool. Now you reaping the benefits, you reaping the repercussions of looking like El Bozo. And my thinking is, why? Why are we trapped off with this mindset? Why are we trapped off with this particular thinking that we're not doing each other harm, that we're not causing each other fault? You cleaning up behind yourself, and you shoveling, or you doing whatever you doing with the youth, and you think you're doing a good thing, but the overall, even though you're doing a good thing, overall the message is bad. That you got, lack of communicatorial skills. You can't speak proper. You can't demonstrate working in the workforce with other, people of your peers. You can't work well with them. So you working, you working like this, and it's chaotic, it's confusing, it's degrading, it's you're not in tune. This is what's happening, and you can like it, love it, dread it. What I'm saying is the truth, and what you saying is, or what you rationalizing in your mind, is bullshit. So this particular story of you know, people being, out of pocket, not on call, and, you like, damn, well, why is this happening? It's happening because the adults in the room, the adults that's supposed to be, you know, overseeing, taking a large portion of what's happening, they can't do it because it's adults who let their kids run amok, let their nephews and nieces, etc., you running amok. And just like those girls in Atlanta shaking their ass and doing what they want to do, it's a lot of adults, people. You could like it, you could love it, you could disagree with it. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you about your disagreement. I'm gonna say, okay, cool. You disagreeing? Fine. I'm not going back and forth with you about that. What I'm gonna point out is, are they wrong for highlighting what it is? And what it is, the black sculpture of black women looking like they got an attitude or they always mad. And Draymond Green, right? Because Draymond Green just came out as far as the NBA playoffs. We may get into it, we may not. Draymond Green talking about, I'm a successful black man, I'm an educated black man, and I'm sick and tired of this narrative that I'm an angry black man. Then when you start looking at the footage, you say, damn, he got a lot of footage with him swinging and 52 blocking and cozy souls. He got a lot of videos where he 52 blocking, he doing the most, and it's going to be taken as you an angry black man. You this, you that, you come. Maybe we can't put too much on you because you might decide and you might do the most. Draymond Green, you could say, yo, I don't like the narrative. I don't like how y'all portraying me. I don't like this. I don't like that. And hey, baby, your dick is getting bit. Now you don't care about your weight. Now Wooly got a pair of my sneakers. Wonder where he got them because I hid them behind my speakers. Black ladies, like where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? And where the ladies at? And you doing it and you doing it well, right? I'm drawing that narrative of Draymond Green coming out saying, listen, y'all trying to paint a narrative. You trying to put me into a, you trying to put a square into a triangle box or, a rectangular box. And that's not what it is. I'm successful. That's number one. That's number fucking one. I'm successful. I'm educated. And I'm getting to the bag. I'm good at basketball. I'm a 4-time champion. Like your wrist bling bling, my shit bling blang. Your pinky ring talk, it say 50, I'm sick. That's why these niggas is on my like I'm successful. I'm a 4-time champion. What the fuck is you talking about? And who the fuck you think you talking to on some Fat Joe shit? Like who the fuck you think you talking to? I spray crews, I play dudes, look up Joey Crack. Motherfucker be like he's bad news. Like I'm being funny, but I'm not. We're talking to the ladies, particularly the black women. Like where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? And them having a problem with the statue that was erected and put up in Times Square, 42nd Street. How she look a little overweight. How she got her hands on the back of her fucking hips. She looking like she giving attitude. It's looking like it's giving body. It's giving body, right? And a lot of black women are saying, damn, I'm educated. I'm fine as a motherfucker. Ain't no foo-foo pouches on me. Ain't no fat on me. Got my body done. I went to Colombia. I went to Dominica. I'm being funny, but that part. Because we know that there's some women that's all natural. We know that there's some women that look hella good, right? And niggas that bow down, kiss the ring. Like your wrist bling bling, my shit bling bling. Niggas that kiss the ring. Niggas that drink your bath water and Holly Berry. Holly Berry. Holly Berry. I'm being funny, but I'm not. We know that it's women that fit that criteria. They look hella good. You know what I mean? Hella good. Even if you ain't simping, you in their comments or you in their DMs like, damn, them cheeks is hitting. Damn, them dimples is hitting. Damn, your eyelashes is on fleek. Damn, you know what I mean? Like, I'm being funny. But this particular photo and statue that they put downtown in Times Square, a lot of black women, we live on YouTube, right here, we live on YouTube, and we live on Instagram, so you see me looking in both platforms, right? A lot of women is like, yo, that's some racial shit. Some Mark Lawrence shit, like it's racial. It's racial from Boomerang. When he was talking to motherfucking Eddie Murphy and, what was the other nigga name? David Greer, and it's racial. And it's racial. And it's like, yo, that's not me. I work every day. I take care of my kids. I do Pilates. I do squats. I eat my greens and my vegetables. And my ass fat and I'm tatted up and I'm tatted too on some Guy Fisher shit. Some fish eye shit. I know I'm talking about some Ice Spice shit. Fish eye. You know what I mean? And you eating it like you vegetables and the ass fat. And you eat it like you animals. I'm being funny. Right? But the point that I'm making before we get to the next topic is a lot of black women was mad. They're like, yo, that's not the proper representation of me. And this is what I'll end this particular topic with. For a long time, black men, right? You walking down the street, white woman or whoever, the others, right? They clutch their purses, they clutch their bag. Excuse me. They look at you with the stereotypes, like, oh, he might rob me. He might do some shit to me, right? And they paint all these images of us being criminals, of us being violent, etc., etc. Now what we seeing is, well, my chair keep going down. Now what we're seeing is black women, whether you like it or not, whether it's proper representation or not. One of my favorite movies. And I gotta take a leak. I'm about to go take a leak in a minute. Then we come back with the next topic. One of my favorite movies of all times is Do the Right Thing with Spike Lee, Mookie, you know what I mean? And, you know, Radio Raheem, love, hate. And y'all know the scene. They killed Radio Raheem. Well, movies of all time, and I got a few because I'm a movie buff. One of my favorite parts in that movie is, here's what they think of you. You high flying, basketball dunking, rope chain wearing, Jordan copping, sneaker eating, like, go back to Africa. And what the nigga said? Nigga threw the pizza on the table. And what he say? Go the fuck back to Africa. Go the fuck back to Africa. In fact, that skit was so crazy that Ice Cube used it after he left NWA on his first album, America's Most Wanted. And as the skit ended before the song came on, he like, Sepskin Mulia. Go the fuck back to Africa. Go the fuck back to Africa. Go the fuck back to Africa. Go the fuck. Y'all get the point. Fuck back to Africa. So for the ladies, I feel you and I hear you. But black men and black people as a whole, we've been under the scrutiny of false stereotypes, false narratives, this and that. Now, you guys are being looked at because you in every video now. Now you know what I mean? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You in every video. You getting your college degrees. You getting your eyelashes done. Your hair's on fleek. Your nails. You know, the senator. You in the Senate. You in Congress. You the borough president. Like, y'all making moves. Y'all doing your thing. But now with that comes the microscope. Can you see me? Can you hear me now? Like the commercial for Verizon? Can you hear me now? With that comes scrutiny. And now people are looking at you solely, strictly. And they saying, yeah, you're too loud, you're overweight, you obnoxious, you overbearing, Nigga don't want to deal with you. Passport bros is popping up. Niggas is going, you know what I mean? Like, all these different narratives, and some may be all the way left and not true. But whether true or not true, the narrative still stays. It doesn't go anywhere, whether you like it or not. And people are looking at you like, she is overbearing. She is obnoxious. She is overweight. She is hypersexual. All of the different things that fit or that they try to put you in a box of, you don't like it. You say, damn, I don't like the fact that they think I'm not like that. I'm modest. I watch what I wear outside. I watch what I wear to work. I wear skirts. I don't wear, I don't wear yoga pants everywhere. I do shit XYZ, but overall, how we looking at you now? And like sister, I was about to say Ayanna Van Zandt, but that's not what I meant to say. Rashada Zada Ali, right? She like the black woman never was really under the microscope like that. Now you under the microscope like that, and everybody's looking at you, and they saying, yeah, you are a little loud. You are a little combative. You are a little, got a little attitude. And what brand new, what Grand Poopa said? Baby, all you get is 2 snaps up in the finger. The Babaloo bad boy stretched to the paranoid. You try to step to this, get void. When new hits from the Grand Man with nuts like the Sandman, game for away, I guess I got to stomp a head out. Know what I mean? Like, this is what it is. So you could dread it. You can run from it. But destiny arrives all the same. It doesn't feel good though, does it? Say, damn, they made a whole statue of a black woman with some big titties, a little overweight, look like she got some scrubs on. I was saying she looked like she got scrubs on. Kiss was like, I know my lady, Kiss was like, nah, that's not scrubs, Lee. You know what I mean? That's some other. I'm like, it looked like scrubs to me. And she like, nah, that's not no scrubs. But it doesn't feel good, right? When it's like, yeah, every black man gonna snatch your purse, gonna grab your titties, gonna do X, Y, Z. We know that every black man ain't no gangbanger, ain't no deadbeat dad, ain't no motherfucking felon. It's black dudes that's running businesses. It's black dudes that's out there mentoring the youth, talking to the people, doing what they gotta do, showing like, yo, this is what it is, and this is what it's not. It's plenty of black brothers like that. But what the media gonna spin is what they want to spin, because we know that imagery and how a certain thing is viewed is very powerful. That's just what it is. You could get mad, you could not get mad, you could do what you want to do. I'm gonna go take a leak real quick. We're gonna play this motherfucking music real quick, and we're gonna be right back. Gotta take a leak real quick. Where my nigga Great Fire at? That's what we doing right here.
Yeah, man.
Give me 1 second. Gotta take a leak.
They don't pay dues like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're high. Waves go dry, the planes don't fly. My oh my. But they don't pay no dues like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're high. Waves go dry, planes don't fly. Nah, my oh my. Yeah. Had to get my health right when I was out of shape. Had to get my dough up when I was out of weight. Yellow tape on the block, paramedics came late. Shorty drunk too much, threw up everything she ate. Parasites on your back, trying to eat off your plate. You don't want no beef, already knows that steak. Never burning bridges, Crocs always at the lake. If they don't give a damn, under pressure they'll break. For the ones that always have a say, always got a scheme, always got a play, always got a dream. Earn it, I'll take. We make it our thing. Y'all overnight celebrities. We made it in the thing. Made it for the cream. We had to do our thing. 100,000 everywhere. We just did the scheme. Converse we never wear. That just ain't our thing. Killed us own moms just to make it rain. They don't pay dues like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're high. Waves go dry. Planes don't fly. My oh my. But they don't pay no dues like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're hot. Waves go dry, the planes don't fly. My oh my, appeared out of nowhere. Once the smoke is, debonair, everything I wear. Classic like the oldies. Jane Plain on the rollie. Clear water like Moby. Shining like Goldie. Bowling on my mama like Kobe. Widows wear black. If it ain't no money in the hood, police stay active. Liquor stores every 3 blocks, it's a fashion. Every corner has a corner store where they trapping. Made it out the bar, niggas has been. Been had a bin, started to lose a lot of friends. Had it out for him, bitch. Woman never made it in the game. Brick falling, London, that's the other name. Car foreign, best to stay in your lane. World touring, headlines, picture frames. That's flossing, no other way to leave a stain. Wash you up, the dudes better know his name. They don't pay dues like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're high. Waves go dry, the planes don't fly. My oh my. But they don't pay no dues like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're hot. Waves go dry, the planes don't fly. My oh my.
Yeah, kid. Can't wait to eat some dinner, boy. Motherfucking lamb chops tasting good. That was my nigga Great Fire, Vintage Cigars. Let's talk about this other shit though, right? Last week it was spinning in the clip, as I like to say. And for some reason, I didn't talk about it. But now it's spinning in the clip again because the brother, Rodney Hilton, and for those that don't know, if you're watching, you may not be familiar with what I'm talking about. Rodney Hilton is the father of a young man, and I don't got the name. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't have his name. His son, allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, was stole a car, went on a police chase. Police chased him, end up gunning him down. How many minutes we into the show? We 67 minutes into the show. The police gunned him down, unfortunately, right? Said he had a gun, even though the body cam footage showed that he didn't have a gun. And this is nothing new, guys. Folks, if you're watching my channel, you're familiar with my content. And if you're not, then I appreciate you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, right? We talk about oftentimes a person complying, following everything that they need to follow, still get taken off the board. Then we see people that don't follow, don't comply, get their ass beat or whatever. In the comments, niggas be fighting in the comments like, yo, all you had to do was follow directions. All you had to do was this. All you had to do was like, yo, we see both. So let's not act like we haven't seen a black man, a black brother, a black woman or whatever follow all instructions and still be done dirty. Let's act like that's number one. Let's not act like we haven't seen that, because we have. We have seen everybody. And this is coming from somebody that did time in prison, somebody that broke the law, somebody that, did crimes and shit I ain't get caught for, etc. And they tell you, yo, step out your cell, or pick up your left foot with your right hand, and vice versa. And you got to listen and be on point, because as soon as when you don't do what they say, they looking for a reason to beat you down with the baton and send you back to your cell, do whatever. Like, we talk about this all the time on the channel. So if you just tuning in and you're not familiar, that's okay. This is something I always talk about all the time. With that being said, the footage came out. This brother ain't have no gun. He ain't have no gun. Running away. Got murdered, right? And then what Rodney, and then what the brother did was, Rodney Hilton, what he did is he said, oh, You want to hit people with garbage cans. You want to shoot me in my pinky toe, right? Like, you want to shoot me in my pinky toe. And so this is what I'm going to do. You killed my son. Cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until the right opportunity, the right time. I'm going to roll up on a motherfucker. And I didn't know that it wasn't a gunfire. That's number one. Miss Lady 2000, what's the word? We live on Instagram and we live on YouTube. I just found out tonight, and pardon me, I just went and got a piece of lamb chop. Because that's what I'm about to eat when I'm finished this show. I'm going to eat some lamb chops, some motherfucking mashed potatoes, some salad and all that. Good looking, Kiss. I have a good meal all day out working out in the fields, right? I'm being funny, but I'm not. But I didn't eat. I am going to go eat some lamb chops when it's all said and done. Prior to today, though, even though I was going to talk about this story last week, I didn't know that the brother Rodney Hilton ran over the cop. He hit the cop with his car, not shot him. I was under the assumption that the cops killed his son, then he came back with the blicky and blang, killed a random cop. Like, yo, I killed my son, so I'm going to kill one of you. And I didn't know that it was a car drive. But before we really get into all that, for a lot of y'all that don't know, I did 3 state bids. I'm not an angel. Y'all know that on the channel, right? And this is just juice. And then my cup is water. When I was locked up with Herman Bell, Black Panther, right? Liberation Army brother. I was locked up with David Gilbert, a white brother who was down with the underground weathermen. Y'all could Google all the stuff that I'm saying. And I want you to Google it. I want you to Google it. Educate yourself. So that's Herman Bell, Black Panther Party, right? Black Liberation Army, BLA, right? David Gilbert, a white motherfucker, right? Who taught me how to give my presentations on AIDS and HIV, at 17. I went to prison young, you know what I mean? And the whole grown prison, nothing but men. And I end up teaching how to be a peer educator on AIDS and HIV, etc., right? So David Gilbert was down with the underground weathermen. These is brothers and sisters who assisted the Black Liberation Army, right? I'm pointing that out to say, like, when I met this brother, Herman Bell or David Gilbert, etc., same time around the Tupac album came out, Machiavelli. And I'm saying all this to say real quick for those that may not be in the know. You may not know where that come with me. Hail Mary, come with me. What do we have here now? Do you want to ride or die? La 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 la. You know what I mean? That la 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 la, like that ride or die, that comes from the Black Liberation Army. That comes from the Black Panthers that was rolling. Like, listen, we know we rolling. We know if those pigs pull us over, it's possibly they could do us dirty. It's possibly they could kill one of us. So if you get in the car, if you get in the whip, this is what we're doing. We're going to ride or we're going to die. And what that meant was, Tupac made it into a melody. He made it into a song. Or you made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. And that hot song is, listen, if we get pulled over, la 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 la, come with me. Hail Mary, run quick, see. What do we have here now? Do you want to ride it? Like, listen, we get pulled over by the police. They asked us to search the car. They asked us to step out. They asked us for identification or anything of the sorts. We gonna buck them niggas. We gonna kill them niggas. That's what we gonna do. Because it's them or it's us. That's how they was giving it up in the 60s, people. Just so we clear. Like, a lot of y'all niggas is tough. A lot of y'all niggas is gangsters. A lot of y'all niggas is blooded and crippin' and y'all about that life. But you only about that life when it comes to people that look like me and look like you. And I'm on the light skin side. And I'm going a little light. No haircut this week. just started a new gig, and we put in action behind our words. A lot of the times on the channel, we talking about doing shit in the community. Well, I end up getting the gig that we now doing shit in the community. I'm working with your daughters, working with your sons, talking to some of your, you know what I mean, your little nephews and your cousins and them. Niggas that's down with the gang life, they down with the shits. Yeah, that's me. Will be talking with them, walking with them, and saying what it really is that you're trying to get out of life. That's the new gig that I got, right? With that being said, you gonna ride or you gonna die. Because when they pull us over, we dirty in the whip. We not stepping out the car. We not showing no identification. We not doing none of that. We popping off. So if you with us, you riding or you gonna die. La, 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 la. I just wanted to preface that before we get back to the topic. Because a lot of y'all just thought Tupac was just on some, you know what I mean, some melody shit. Come with me. And you know his family has come from the Black Panther Party right now. So at the end of the song, like, shout out to the real OGs, Geronimo Pratt, like, you know what I mean? That's why he does that at the end of the song. Because he comes from the Black, Panther Liberation Army. And they come from like, listen, if you stop us, you rock with us, and we popping off. We're not going to let you just kill us. We're not going to just let you do whatever you want to us. And so this is what brings me to what I want to talk about with this topic. Not if the son was wrong for allegedly stealing the car, running the red lights over the speed limit. They killed him, right? Rest in peace. Say he did those things, right? I wasn't there, so I don't know. And I never would, even though we are, how many minutes into the show we are? 76 minutes into the show. Oh, but you're black. You're black. Even though you black, I'm not going to get on my channel and say, oh yeah, XYZ, they was black, they was this, they was that, so we got to cater to that. No, I'm going to call a spade, and it just is what it is, at my point of view. Might be wrong, and you might come with some proof and some evidence and say, nah, nigga Lee, you all the way wrong. It says this. Then I have to come back the next week and say, oh, I was wrong. The Google said this. The internet said this. Somebody sent me a DM with a post that said this. I was wrong. I have no problems with saying that I'm wrong. However, he was gunned down and he was killed, right? So the father, Rodney Hilton, he just decided to do what he wanted to do. He said, yo, you killed my son. And the quote, I'm being funny, but I'm not, because I'm not trying to make light of the Hilton family losing their loved one. You know what I mean? I'm not making light of that. But I'm trying to draw a narrative. I'm trying to paint a picture. Menace to Society, one of my favorite movies, and we quote this quote all the time on the channel. You mean you let them niggas gonna kill your cousin and you ain't gonna do shit? Nigga, we gonna go out here and we gonna kill all these niggas and I don't give a fuck who out there, right? That's what he said. He like, y'all ain't gonna be killing no old niggas. And then what, what's the nigga name? MC8. I can't think of his movie name, but the rapper MC8 playing the OG nigga, right? He like, man, he smoking on the weed, right? He like, man, ain't gonna be no old motherfuckers. I know whatever time it was at night. Because, Kane was worried about the old people. He like, yo, we trying to get some get back for my cousin. Because that was his cousin. How they did Kane at the light. And you know what I mean? Doing like they did cousin. Doing like Kane cousin at the light. The Rough Riders. Like Jadakiss said. Shot him at the, you know what I mean? Took his whip, threw him out the whip. So they was getting some get back. And Kane, who cousin got killed, who was there with him when he got killed, they like, yo, and old dog like, yo, you gonna let these niggas kill your cousin and you ain't gonna do shit? You know what I mean? Like, you a bitch ass nigga? You ain't do shit? And so they went looking for the niggas that killed his cousin. Rodney Hilton, the father of, and I don't even know the son name, right? Instead of doing it with the trigger, he ended up using his vehicle and hitting the nigga. But I'm bringing the story up, even though it's old. The story is old, but what's trending right now is Rodney Hilton's brother went to the courtroom And it was mad police in the courtroom. It was mad police in the courtroom. And I think I do got the clip. I think I do got the clip. I think I do got the clip. Hold on, guys.
I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother to see me.
I just want my brother to see me.
My brother can't see me. They did this shit before.
There was mad police in the courtroom.
They did it before. I got video of him messing with my brother and me before. I ain't do nothing. I just wanted my brother to see me. That's my I ain't do nothing else. He talking about that's my family. That's my family right there.
She like, please. Look how this nigga looking at the police. La 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 la. Look at the police faces though. Look at their faces. We live on YouTube, we live on Instagram. Look at their faces. Cause he killed one of theirs. Look how he looking at them niggas though. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not condoning anything. I'm going to say my point in a minute, then we're going to get to the next topic. So my point is this, right? The Black Panther Liberation Army, they was like, yo, you get in the whip with us, we dirty. We not pulling over. We not abiding by the law. They pull us over, we are going to ride, we going to ride or die. That's the saying. That's the only reason I wanted to draw a point to that. That ride or die comes from the Black Liberation Army, aka the Black Panthers and Huey Newton and them, right? And we got to get organized. Let's get organized, in case you don't know. And I got time today. I got a little bit of time. Let me play that real quick. Let me play that real quick for y'all. Y'all may not know how the brothers sound. You know what I'm saying? Y'all may not know how the brothers sound. My phone acting like that. Here we go right here. Let's get to the albums, because this was on that God Forgives and I Don't album. What was the song with him and Kanye West? What was that song with? Three Kings, Pirates? No, it wasn't on that. It was on God what was that? I gotta play it now for y'all. I was on this shit right here. We gotta get organized. Because Huey P. Newton says, we gotta get organized. Where's that shit at, man? Motherfucker. Now I can't even get it right now. It's all good. But anyway, we gotta get organized, right? And so, you see the police looking at him. He looking at the police, antagonizing them because they killed his son. And then he randomly ran over one of theirs, right? Then the brother came to the court date, and they mad at the police, told him to get out the courtroom. They stood there, they gonna stand their ground with their own. And you hear him in the back telling the police lady like, yo, I just want to see my brother and woo 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 and My thing is the whole reason why I brought all of this up and why we even talking about it is, one, he didn't kill the officer that killed his son. He did not kill the officer that killed his son. He killed a random officer that happened to be doing a function and who was retired, who was doing some traffic shit, and then he ended up, hitting him with the car, boop, boop, killed him. A lot of people in the comments is like, yo, if we take the same stance and put foot to ass, also I got my cozy souls on, my cozy souls, 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 my cozy souls. Oh yes, you put that same energy, that same oomph into doing them dirty the way they do us, they'll stop all this shit. K. Nicole, what's the word? And I started to think, I say, damn, because some people in the comments was like, yeah, but you didn't even kill the officer that killed your son. So you killed somebody randomly. You possibly could have killed the good officer. And my thing is this, right? It's good officers is bad officers. It's probably more good officers if we being honest, if we not being triggered, if we not being in our feelings. It's probably more good officers than it is bad officers. That's just my take, and this is coming from somebody that been arrested. Well, I've been arrested more than 3 times, but this is coming from somebody that did 3 bids, right? Went up north 3 times for doing the most, especially with the hammers, right? But I will say, I will agree or lean towards it being more good officers than it being more bad officers, racial officers, etc. Because people in the comments is like, yeah, I'm with an eye for an eye. You killed my cousins and them, like how Kane and them said. Niggas killed your cousins and them and you ain't going to do shit? No, we going to do shit. Niggas beat your cousin ass up north and knocked out his teeth, put him in the box for 80 days and ain't give him no phone calls, and they did him dirty, and they think it's just going to get off easy like that? No, we need to go up north, take a ride upstate, and go see some of these fucking crack-ass officers, right? If niggas get on it like that, although some officers may be innocent and had nothing to do with it, the question is, and why we're talking about this topic is, will it make officers stop, think about what they're doing? Or Simone Lawrence shit, stop, wait a minute, think about it. On Simone Lawrence shit, wait a minute, think about it. Will it make some officers stop and think about before they just come to our neighborhoods doing what the fuck they want, policing how they want to police with no regards for the people that they're policing? If it was innocent people, now again, I'm out in the streets, I'm trying to stop violence, gun violence. I'm talking to some of your kids, to your daughters, your nephews, your nieces, you know what I mean? Like your little cousins and them. This is what I do for a living now, right? I'm not just on my YouTube platform talking shit. I'm outside in the streets of Harlem doing what I do to try to get your kids in them not to commit no felonies, not to go to jail and throw their whole fucking life away. That's what I'm doing now, right? And I'm happy to do it. I'm proud to do it, rather. I should say the work is gratifying. But I'd be lying if I said, if we was to start doing this, and again, I don't want May Adams, I don't want, Holcomb or whoever that's in power see me and then see like the work that I do, like, oh, we can't, one don't align up. We're supposed to be stopping the violence and turning the other cheek and woo. I don't want to confuse the people, right? I am who I am, and what you see is what you get, and what you getting is your ass kicked. That's a Redman reference. Do I think if black folks is gunned down in the street, done foul, beat down, kicked and, done dirty, if their families was to take revenge, that's pretty much what it is. Revenge. And I'm mad. Get down with my girlfriend. Hey, that ain't right. On some big payback shit, James Brown shit, that ain't right. Revenge. I'm mad. If you mad and you the family member, you say, yo, them niggas killed my cousins and them. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out here and I'm going to do X, Y, Z, catch one of these niggas, and I don't even care if it's the one that did it to my family. I don't care who did it to my family. I'm going to catch a rando. You're going to be a pick a name out of the hat type nigga. Cat in the hat type nigga. One fish, blue fish. Red fish, do fish. You kill me, we kill you. Again, I'm not condoning that. I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying is I'm asking y'all, then I'm giving my opinion. Do you think if a lot of us in the neighborhood said, damn, niggas killed my cousin, even though, like, let's say, boom, because a lot of people in the comments too were saying, yo, his son wasn't innocent. His son stole a car. He was speeding. He was doing X, Y, Z. And I say, damn, he was speeding. He was running the red lights. He was doing X, Y, Z. Should he have gotten murdered, though? That's what we want to know. Should he have gotten gunned down? Or should he have gotten apprehended, taken to the precinct, fingerprinted, mugshot taken, seen the judge, denied bail, come back 30 days later, and oh, you know, we gonna indict you, we finding you guilty. What should have happened? What should have happened to this young man? Should he have gotten gunned down by the officers, execution, jury, and prosecutor all in one? Or should he got apprehended, handcuffed, fingerprinted, shot, thrown in a cell with the dirty white boys and Ricans, or some Beanie Siegel shit, not trying to meet the sergeant at the precinct, eating cheese sandwiches down for the weekend, locked up with dirty white boys and Ricans? Like, which one should it have been? My stance is he should have been locked up with the dirty white boys and Ricans, should have got that motherfucking hard cheese sandwich or that soft ass peanut butter and jelly sandwich with the nasty ass milk, should have slept on the floor in the bullpens, should have seen the judge, should have got denied bail or whatever it was, and had his day in court. Not gunned down from the back. He shouldn't have got killed. So I'm not condoning that. That wasn't right. I'm also not condoning the father saying, you know what? These niggas killed my fucking son. These niggas killed my cousins and them. They did him dirty. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait till the right opportunity and the right time. And then I'm going to drive up on the sidewalk on the side of the curve and just catch a rando officer and kill him. That's wrong. Because you're not killing the officer that killed your son. So in your mind, you looking at it like, yo, it's justice. Eye for an eye. As time go by, we in this together, son. Your beef is mine. As long as the sun shine, we light up the sky. Some Mobb Deep shit. For those of y'all that's in training wheels and you really don't know hip hop, all you know is this drill shit. You don't know that's a fire song by Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? You get back to somebody that didn't do nothing to your family, that didn't do nothing to your son, that caused no harm to your bloodline. Yet and still, you still drove up on the side of the curve and you offed them. Now you didn't gun him down, buck him down. You didn't buck him down. You just used your vehicle as a weapon and you killed him, right? But now we at the point to whether you agree with him, whether you thought what he did was right and exact, whether you like, yeah, fight the power on some Spike Lee shit, fight on some do the right thing in 1989, the number, another summer. Say it with the funky drummer, like whether you think they was right and exact for doing that, or whether you think like, nah, bro, I don't know how you viewing it, but that was foul. Nigga killed the whole police officer and they have nothing to do with it. Do you, now this is the question that I want to ask before we get to the next topic. And we got a few more minutes. I'm not going to be on here mad long like that because I got to get up in the morning, right? Do you think if brothers and sisters started doing what this brother did randomly, like, yo, they beat my cousin to a pulp, fucked his eye socket up, knocked his, gave him brain damage, broke his wrist, broke his leg, he never gonna walk again. Do you think if we start paying them back randomly, like, yo, they did that to homie, but we gonna roll up to their household and just shoot up their house? We gonna wait till one of them get off work and catch them coming out the precinct and put the lock in the sock and beat the shit out of them, beat the bloody brakes off them? Do you think that will make them stop doing what they doing? Or do you think that will make things worse for the black and brown people in the community? What do you think? I'll give you a few seconds. We juice bar in, and then I'll give you what I think. What do you think will be good for the community? Us wilding out on them niggas and catching wreck, catching Vic? Or not catching wreck, not catching Vic? Hit a nigga right here. No, I mean, I'm being funny, but I'm not. Hit a nigga right here. What I think is, two answers to this. I don't think it's right to harm innocent people, even if they're the people of your family who harms your family. who caused death in your family, who caused your family, you know, turmoil and strife and trauma. I don't think that that's cool. I don't. I don't think that that's cool. Do I think it will make police think twice? Like, damn, you know, my wife could be killed. My son could be hit by a car or hit with a bat coming out of school and done dirty because of some shit that I did, or maybe even one of my coworkers, maybe one of their families that get done dirty because of the shit that I did. Do I think that will work overall in the grand scheme of things? Yes, I do. I know that's hard to swallow. I know that may be a hard pill to endure. You may be looking at me funny style from now on, but I really don't give a fuck. But I think, and again, I'm not saying go do it. What I'm saying is, police are not jury, executioner, and, you know, your job is to apprehend, lock up, let the judge and the jury and the people of the state do their job. It's not on you to capture, make, you know, judgment on, and then issue a fucking execution sentence on black and brown children. It's not your job to do that. And although it may sound harsh, it may sound crazy, and that's why I'm trying to think of why I can't find this shit. With Rick Ross. Pineapples. I can't think of this shit. Where's this shit at? Oh, it might be right here. Back there. Here you go, right here. Here you go, right here. I found it. I know she was up there in Steve. Hold on. Where's this shit at where he like, yo? Here you go, right here. I found it. We are going to defend ourselves. Because Huey P. Newton said, power is the divine ability
and make it act in a desired manner. Now, if we have the ability to define it, the only next thing to do
is get organized. Is get organized. So when a pig walks up to you, or a pig get to start jiving with the people, we be so organized, we learn some revolutionary principles. So when the pig, you pull your gun out, blow him away. I still can't believe they let Rick Ross get away with this shit. That power.
Power is the ability to define phenomena and make it act in a desired manner. Power is the ability to define phenomena and make it act in a desired manner. Now, if we have the ability to define it,
the next thing to do is to get it organized. Get organized.
So when a pig walks up to you, or a pig jive with the people, you be so organized, you be learning some tactics.
You be learning some revolutionary tactics.
You be having some guns hit out somewhere.
You be having some guns hit out somewhere.
That when the pig
get the jiving with you,
the
pig get wrong, you pull your guns out, blow him away. Yo, you hear what Huey P. Newton is saying? You like when the pig get wrong, when the pig get to jiving with you, you pull your gun out, you blow him away. You hear this shit, my nigga? I can't even believe they let Rick Ross get away with this shit. And I know this from the 60s, this from the Black Liberation Panther Army, this from the Black Liberation Army, this from the Black Panther Army, this from the Underground Weathermen, this for those brothers that was like la da 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 da. They wasn't playing. That's the difference. And again, before we get off this topic, I'm not condoning what the brother Rodney Hilton did. I'm not saying, yeah, go out there and do this. And I don't want that. I don't want my platform flagged. I don't want people to get the wrong impression of me. I don't want people to think that I want to fuck the police because I'm coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad because I'm brown or some Ice Cube NWA shit. Yeah, I rock with all that. But I don't want people to misconstrue my channel, the message that I'm saying. But I played that. I was looking for it the whole night. I couldn't think of what album was on. But I played that. Huey P. Newton said, we need to get organized so that when the pig get to jiving with you, the pig get wrong, you pull your gun out, you blow him away, and that's how you, I mean, and I only say that to say, I'm not condoning people to go start killing innocent people, targeting innocent people, or none of that, right? Even if they of the police family. But do I think it would make them think, have a change of heart, so to speak, like the game show? You had a change of heart on some game shit. Who we started our live off with tonight. The first topic was the game, and then you got that little butterfly on his face or whatever it was. Have a change of heart. Police will think about, in my opinion, I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm saying is, before they go out there and play executioner, judge, jury, etc., and you kill, not innocent, because you could be breaking the law. You could break the law, but that don't mean you should be murdered. That means you should have a trial. That means you should be indicted. That means you should be arrested, have your fingerprints taken, have your mug shot taken, go to court. Let the judge say, oh, we not giving you bail. We giving you bail, and you're going to come back a whole month later. That's the due process that we all deserve. What I'm saying is, if black brothers and sisters, or some fight the power shit, some Huey P. Newton shit, start saying, you know what? They killed that brother. They killed that sister. And even though it's not right, we can't get to the person that did that. But we know where their partner's at. We know where their little fucking son go to school at. We gonna just pop up and do the most. And then we take our chances in the court system. I'm saying that, damn, if that shit start happening on a regular basis, motherfucking police will start saying, damn, yo, I don't want to just go crazy and be fair for my life. She moved. What was it, Sandra? The old lady that had the hot pot of water or whatever, they killed her in the house, and I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And any of the other circumstances that we could think of where they just gunned motherfuckers down just because they were scared, just because they felt like it, just because they could. If motherfuckers start giving it back to them like that, and la da 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 da, come with me, Hail Mary, run quick, see. What do we have here? Some Tupac, Black Panther shit? Because that's where that comes from. It's not just a Tupac song. That comes from the Black Liberation Army and the Black Panthers saying, listen, if you get in the car with us, we riding dirty. When them police pull us over, we not giving no ID. We not letting them search our car. We not letting them do what the fuck they want to us. When they pull us over, we popping out. That's what la 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 means. That's what Hail Mary means. And I know a lot of y'all didn't know that. I didn't know that, until I had to Google and heard Pac talking about it on the Machiavelli album and all that. Listen, we not letting them just do what the fuck they want. In fact, if you violate, cool. We gonna get you. We gonna spin the block like we do on our own. Oh, but you're black. You gonna spin the block because you black. But a lot of us ain't gonna spin the block on them crackers, on those people that put that work in on our family. So ultimately, to end this topic, to get off this topic, and I know we talked about it a little bit longer than expected. Do I condone killing innocent people? Hell no. Do I condone just picking out random people? Hell no. Do I think that picking random people and picking police officers and members of their family or whoever, randomly, or even getting the ones that actually did the deed to our families? Will it make a difference after they killed us? With no excuses, with no remorse, with no fucking worries about the law? You know what I mean? And they're gonna get away with it. Do I think that it even the playing field? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm saying is if they kill one of us just because they kill, he reached for his gun, he ain't had no gun. He ran, I'm running from you, but you can shoot me in the back and kill me, but I'm running from you, no gun, no nothing, and you could kill me. If I could come back and get you, or get one of your cousins in them, or get somebody that you love, will they start thinking like, yo, I killed this guy. The system said I did everything right. I didn't violate no laws. I was in the scope of, I did everything right. But one of these niggas' family members came all the way up to Springfield, all the way up to West Bubblefuck, all the way by Attica, all the way by Elmira, all the way by 5 Points, where you stripped the nigga down butt naked and beat the shit out of him, and then they killed my little cousin, they killed my little niece. Yes, I think that the officers will start to say, yo, these niggas is driving up 5, 6, 7, 8 miles, 5, 7, 8 hours to our local towns and killing us. That never happened before. That wasn't popping off before. Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3, you know all the blood niggas. Red light, green light, peace, almighty, peace, blood. Peace, almighty, peace, blood. Like, them niggas done whipped your cousins out. Them niggas done whipped your little brother and your little sister out and stuck plungers and all that in their butthole and did them niggas filthy up north. And now we gonna drive up north, Comstock, Elmira, 5 Points to these little bars and all that where y'all niggas go have your Budweisers at, have your little Heinekens at, have your little drinks at, find one of you and do you filthy. Imagine that we did that. Just imagine that. Leave you tied to the tree like, yeah, every time you violate one of ours, we gonna violate one of yours. What you think they gonna start thinking? What you think they gonna start doing? You think they gonna start thinking twice? Or they gonna keep doing what they doing? I'm saying they gonna start saying, yo, I might be caught coming out of work, getting gas, coming from the Waha, coming from XYZ. Niggas catch me on that back block. Time to do me filthy. Put a brand on my fucking forehead. You know what I mean? Black Power. Some shit like that. PBB on some Big Pun shit. What he says, every night before you go to bed, you see the BP shining on your forehead. Like, niggas start doing shit like that. I'm not saying it's right. Niggas will think differently. Like, yo, I better be careful how I pull over these cars that's speeding. I better be careful how I deal with these black motherfuckers and just do them any way I want because they're not scared to drive up here. That never happened. You know how it is. When you outside, you got 100 niggas with you. When you go to court, you got one nigga with you. All your niggas is gone. Niggas ain't around like, hello, hello, hello. Who you? Like, you ain't got nobody around. But you went to the town, you had 100 niggas around you. Now when it's time to go to court to face them charges, you ain't got nobody around you. But imagine if those same niggas, and I'm using that word, loosely. Imagine those same ninjas was really about that. Like the Black Panther Liberation Army, the Black Panthers, and all the other revolutionary groups. Like, you know what? Y'all niggas violate if you want. And we gonna come right outside that precinct, wait till you get in your fucking car, and do you filthy. Filthy. I think they will start thinking about it. It may not be right away, but it may be like, damn, if I turn my key in this car, am I gonna blow up? When I'm driving home on that Long Island Expressway, when I'm going back to Hempstead, because you know they don't live in New York. You know they don't live in New York City. They driving back home. When I get off the exit, there's 5 black niggas in the U-Haul van, like waiting for a nigga. Tie me up, do me dirty, put the plunge in my asshole. I gotta be graphic like that. They'll start thinking like, yo, they're gonna have meetings at their roll call like, listen, 2 of our officers got taken off track today. They didn't get killed, but they got sexually assaulted. They got beat in the head with a, you know what I mean, with a hammer. Whole eye sockets leaking out their fucking head. You don't think they'll start thinking about that? I do. I do. And I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying, if it was me, just think about it. If you doing the most, then one of yours get got. You don't think they're going to start thinking about that? I do. That's all I'm saying. I think they will start thinking about that shit. That's all. Okay? Let's get to this other topic shit though, right? I got a lot of topics. I ain't got a lot more time to go, but let's get to this shit, right? Let's talk about these two black women that was working at Spirit Airline, and it sounds like the brother is white, or maybe he was just a little what's the word? Proper, you know what I mean? Like proper, talking proper, language is proper, everything proper. Anyway, I got the footage. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about these two black women at Spirit Airline.
They made their flight. You didn't. And you think, oh, you're going to check me in. I bet you we won't. What?
I paid for a ticket.
And you
Yeah, I paid for a
$25 for
ticket.
an 816. You check in 3 hours later. Hello.
I just
And
said
you
that
thought
I.
you were gonna get on your flight.
Yeah, I just
And you
said
thought
that
you
I
were
would pay the
And you thought you were going to get on
$25.
your flight. And you thought you were going to get on your flight. And you thought you were going to get on your
You thought
flight.
you was going to get on your flight.
I literally paid for a ticket. I'm here 30 minutes. I'm here 30 minutes before my flight, and they're not letting me check in.
And you're not getting on your
And
flight.
it's not getting on your flight.
And you were never
You were about to let me check in. You were about to let me check in, and you decided that you ain't gonna let me check in.
Make me check you in.
You literally work for a company that I bought a plane ticket for. I'm here 30 minutes
You
before
can't
the
make this
flight.
shit up, bro.
No,
Can you please leave my personal space?
I'm not in your personal space.
You're in
This
my
is
face.
not your
I work
personal
here. This is my
space.
stationery.
This is not
I'm at
your
work
personal space. You work for a company. This is not your personal
They made their flight. You didn't. And you think, oh, you're
space.
We ain't gotta worry about it. We ain't gotta worry about it.
You don't have to worry about it. You're literally not doing your job for a customer that has paid for a plane ticket to get home.
I told you stop putting the camera on this guy.
I'm literally here at Frontier. I bought a ticket and they are not letting me check in. For no reason
No
whatsoever.
reason why you said
You're never flying the airline again, so we might as well help you out so that you're not flying the
You can
airline.
go over to
I've already bought a
I
ticket.
already brought a ticket.
I've literally already bought a ticket, and this
Literally
is your
brought a
reaction.
We
Full space.
ain't gotta worry about it.
Okay, folks. Okay. What we have here is a gentleman. I'm not sure his ethnicity or what have you. And none of that really matters. What matters is the professionalism of the two women. And I hate for it to be like this. I got my water in here and I got my juice, right? I hate for it to be two black sisters. You know, they entitled. They feel nothing can happen to them, and they're fired. You know, that's why we're speaking about this. They actually are fired now. But the thing is, you thought you wasn't gonna be fired. We see too many situations where one lady, I forget what airline she was working for, she was twerking, doing the most. You know, you just think you at work, you just think you online, doing whatever you want to do. And you're not able to just do whatever you want to do. You're not. I get it. You think you by yourself, you think you're the manager, you know, you've been working there for 2 years, 3 years, you know how this shit go. Once the phone comes out and the cameras and they start recording, if you're not professional, if you're doing the most, if you're being disrespectful, any of these scenarios that you could think of, right? Like in this scenario, she's recording him, he's recording her, but in her mind, she be like, he's recording me, so I'm recording him. She thinks she like getting over. Like he's recording me, but no, I'm recording him. You can't just do what you want on these jobs, people. You cannot just do whatever the fuck you want on these jobs. And I say that respectfully, and I say that courteously. Like, I get it. You work for the airline. A nigga, a bag may be overweight. The bag may not be the right size. He may be checking late. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, if your flight is at 3 o'clock p.m., right, in the afternoon. For me personally, if I'm flying, I'm going to be there 1 o'clock the latest. The latest is I'm there at 1 o'clock so I could go through security. I could check my bag. I could, do everything I got to do so I can make my flight. Some people will be like, my flight is at 3 o'clock. I could get there at 2, go, depending on how long the line is, go through check-in, or not go through check-in, but go through where you check your bag in at. Then you got to go through security. Then you get to the gate that you flying from. Mad rude, mad disrespectful, mad just out of line when you hear the verbiage that's coming from the two women. Now some are like, yo, he playing a race card. It really wasn't like how he's just depicting it. It's really not how he's displaying it. And when you watch, you say, yo, I made it. I'm 30 minutes early. I may not make security. I may not make the line, etc. But I made it to you for checking. Check my bags, give me my, receipt, throw my bag. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. For you to pull out your phone, start filming me, make me feel like I'm doing the most, or, make me feel like I'm out of line or I'm out of step with what, the process of the airline is just totally and utterly asinine. It's asinine. Like, because what are we really talking about? What are we really, really talking about? Just trying to get a flight to Cancun, just trying to get a flight to DR or what have you. Yet because I'm only 30 minutes and my flight is going to take off in 30 minutes, I may not make it, but do your job. Check me in. I got my bag. Is it the right weight? Is it the right, like, what's going on? Tag me, bag me. And they lost their job. And we got to stop doing the most for shit that don't mean nothing. We got to stop caring about and doing the most and bending over backwards for shit that don't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing, folks. Just because you care about it, you logged 100 hours on a topic or thing, it doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean absolutely nothing, because the people that really matter, that's making the call on it, if they view it as something minute, something that doesn't move the needle, then it doesn't move the needle. It's minute. It's not, nothing is going to get done about it. And that's what we have to start realizing. It doesn't move the needle at all, in the least. It doesn't move the needle in the least. Let's talk about this last shit though, right? Where's it at? Let's talk about this,
I'm a 23, we was in Vegas, right? Broke up with me and you hopped up on the flight. Just trying to find my way back to alright. So I figured that I'd have myself a girl's night. Summer 23, we wasn't 40 hours later online. Made me a villain for sympathy, but you lied. But the truth is, in Vegas, we was already overboard because of you. No projections, these are my
y'all remember that, right? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Keke Palmer? We spoke about this last year. Her husband, her significant other, online, tweeting out online, you a mother, you shouldn't be dressed like that. Her at the Usher concert, etc. We spoke about this. Yes. A whole year later, now she made a song about it, put her little views out about it. And my thing is this: I guess they separated now. I did see an interview of her a couple of months ago where she was talking about the incident, the part that she played, the part that she was wrong in. But now it seems like she's trying to Tony. There was no other way. She's painting a picture now of, how it went down and what she did wrong, what she didn't do wrong. And my thing is that she is a talented person, so her making a song about it, I'm not even mad about that. Her, sounding like Usher and these are my confessions, I'm not even mad about that. What I find ironic and what I find laughable, if you will, is this a whole year, young lady. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling, we live and we rolling. You waited a whole fucking year to make a song that sound like an Usher song that come out and say, yo, we was already broke up and it was woo 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 and it was We heard your mom's on them tapes that he recorded. Her calling him, maybe he got done in his butt and she was saying some wild shit. We heard that. We heard those audios. We heard your audio about you wish things went different and and again, celebrities are nothing but human beings. They get caught in the time frame and we catch them at their worst or their best and what have you, the Jonathan Majors, etc. We catch you out there. You know what I mean? You get caught out there for the most part, right? About shit that you did. This case here, we already heard your spill. We already heard what you had to say. Now that you've been out of town or you've been missing in action for a long time, he's been missing in action for a long time, now you back on some, this is what it was and this is what it is. And I'm not mad. Because I've seen some comments saying, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they did a whole album together after the fact that they, reconcile or they got their truths out. If it's your truth, then it's your truth. Speak your mind. I have no problems with you speaking your mind. A whole year later, though? A whole semester later? You want us to believe that you did what you did on your own accord and there's no repercussions? I find that funny. Incredible Hulk, the Red Hulk, that is. Captain America, New World Order. I find that funny that now is the time that y'all maybe separated now. Not divorced because you never was legally married. You never was married. He wasn't married to you. You wasn't married to him. A lot of women said, you actually dated down because he made less than you and woo woo and For you to come out with a whole song and dance and a whole media splits of what happened with you and your baby daddy, that's nasty work to me. Because it's like, we already knew what that was. We already got you for that. We got you. We dig the fact that, this ain't hitting or woo 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 and We have to do better, folks. We have to do better. We have to do better. Last thing, I ain't really got too much on that. It's the last topic of the night, and then we out of here. I gotta get up early in the morning. I ain't even eat my dinner yet. Working with my new gig forces me to put foot to ass, so to speak, to put action behind words, to show and prove. You know, a lot of times on the channel I talk about you know, youth violence, shit that I did as a youth. What would I do? I talk about my 2 small boys. You know, I don't have no biological children, but I helped raise 2 boys, you know, 2 different situations. And I often not brag, but illuminate that they don't got no jail cases, they not no gang, they don't got no unwarranted babies, etc. You know, they doing well for themselves, and whether that's totally on me and them learning from my example, or whether they learning from examples, etc. I point it out because I'm proud of it. I point it out because it's pertinent, right? But it didn't always start that way. Everything ain't peaches and cream. Everything ain't, you know, by the book. Everything ain't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Sometimes there's some hard conversations in between. There's some hard visits to the school. And a lot of times that I went on the school trips, etc., depending on what small boy that I'm talking about, a lot of the teachers or the principals said, hey, you know, we're going on a school trip tomorrow. You or his mother need to be there. You need to be present because your son or your, you know, your stepchild, they be doing the most. So I point that out to say, yeah, no unwarranted babies, no jail time, you know, no gang leadership, no gang activity, no carrying guns, etc. And even though they wasn't my kids per se, I still had a say in raising these boys, right? But I point that out to say now that, you know, I'm interacting with some of the youth of the neighborhood, right? And some of these kids got fathers, some of them don't. Some of them come from single baby mamas, some of them don't. Some of them got mental issues, some of them don't, right? And when we out and about and we working with them, you know, we got to be their counselor, we got to be their mentor, you know, we got to be their big brother, their big sister. And we work with boys and girls, right, with the new gig that I got. And I won't say, you know, who I work with because I'm not privy to. I can't just do that. But in this 5 days, it's only been 5 fucking days, people. When I tell you that it's the parents, it's the fucking parents. Make no mistake about it. And this is why I'll say that. I could be wrong in some sense to say that everything I'm saying won't stop violence in our neighborhoods. It won't stop kids from joining gangs. It won't stop young girls from getting pregnant. It won't stop young boys from doing the most, etc. What I will say is, my observation, that's all it pretty much is up until this point. Then based off my own experience as a youth, me going to prison, me doing the shit that I did, me getting caught for some things that I did, me not getting caught for some of the things that I did. If the parents was more involved in their kids' life and what they was doing, how they was doing it, who they was doing it with, at all expenses and all, no expenses, you know, how they say, no expenses, meaning like you could get whatever you want. No expenses excused, or you could get whatever you want. And I'm saying that wrong, but no expenses is unattainable. You could get whatever you want. Whatever you think you need, we got you. If parents was more gun-ho on their kids, their sons, their daughters, getting pregnant, joining the gang, carrying guns, smoking weed, being a leader of the Bloods, the Crips, and what have you. Because now, you know, it's one thing to sit on my channel and talk my shit as I do, and then it's a totally another thing to be outside, and now I'm in close proximity. I'm in close, you know, range of a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 15-year-old that's a Blood or a Crip, that's about that life, that's really, really about that. It's totally different. Now that I'm entrenched in that, it's the fucking parents. And we put more oomph into watching, you know, Love and Hip Hop, Bad Girls, our hair, you know, our hair, our lashes, our fingernails, our nails, our feet, you know, the belt we wear as men, you know, how many women we smashing, how many people looking up to us. And I say, damn, like I say, boom. I say that to say the boys that I help raise, and I'm not their father. I'm not their biological father. Even though they respect me and they're going to listen to what the fuck I said like I was, right? Let's get that out the way. They're going to respect me and listen to what the fuck I said like I was their father. Otherwise, it's belt to ass. It's foot to ass. Make no mistakes about it, right? If the parents was parenting like me or similar to me, was acting age with other parents like me, less worried about how their hair look, how their shape up look, what type of belt they wearing, what type of shoes they wearing, who wears popping at the night, how many niggas is on the roster. And I sit there and I say, damn, you worried about a bag? You worried about your shoes? You worried about how many niggas is looking up to you or fearing you, etc.? And again, I'm out here now. I'm out here more than what I was speaking of. I'm out in the fucking streets, walking around, talking to your kids, talking, sitting down in the park, playing ball, sparring. Now, I mean, I know a little bit. I'm not no Mayweather or none of that, but I'm not a throw a right, throw a jab. I'm in there sparring with them, showing them how to box and all that, and how to throw a left jab and block and counter, how to use emotional intelligence, right? Coming from somebody that didn't really have that. So a lot of y'all parents is lacking. You worrying about more what the fuck you wearing than what the fuck your son doing. You know your son is in the game. You ain't gonna say nothing. You ain't gonna do shit. And to quote old dog from Menace to Society, these niggas killed your cousin and you ain't gonna do shit? You mean your son is at risk? He's in close proximity of going to jail or catching a body? Ooh. And you ain't gonna do shit? You just gonna sit back? You just gonna go to work? You know his grades is failing. His father locked up. He ain't got no man in his life. You ain't gonna call his uncles? You ain't gonna call his cousins? What the fuck you gonna do? A lot of these kids that I'm encountering now, they don't got nobody looking out for them. They don't got nobody that's gun-ho about them doing the right thing. It's like, nah, send them to after school, send them to woo, send them like, yo, bitch, you on Instagram. And I'll say this, right? This ain't got nothing to do with the topic of the boys and the girls that I'm now dealing with on a day-to-day basis, right? And I won't say what organization, etc., because none of that really matters. But just know I'm one of them. When you looking at my video right now and you in Harlem or Ooh, I might be one of the persons that's talking to your kids about not going to jail, about not catching a body, about not, you know, getting some chick pregnant, about not letting the dude get your daughter pregnant. I might be that person. Right. With that being said, it's like, listen, some of these kids, they don't got nobody in their corner. Not even their parents. Not even their parents to tell them, listen, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to get somebody pregnant. And you're going to be held liable. You're going to go to jail. You in a car, in a stolen car. Yeah, you don't know how to drive. You don't know woo, 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 but the car's stolen. The person that stole the car is 17, 16. You 13. You going to jail. And you going to jail now like the bus driver. Oh, you going to jail now, Negro. And they don't care about you don't got nobody on your side. Your moms wasn't there. Your pops wasn't there. Your uncle didn't care. They don't care about that. You going to fucking jail. You going to jail. You're going to face them judges by yourself. And now that I'm entrenched in that, I say, yo, and we care more about our kids than Love and Hip Hop, than the Bad Girls, than the new videos, than the new sneakers, than the new Timbs we got on, the new belt we got on, the new weave we got on. Like, everybody should be outside. When it's parent-teacher meeting, when it's PTA meeting, when it's meetings of your kid and the counselors of my program that I work for or another program, etc., everybody should be the fuck outside. We should be outside for our kids, but we not. You worrying about your roster. You worrying about who you fucking, who didn't call you, who didn't text you back. You stressed out about your job. So when you come home, you want to smoke something, you want to drink some wine, you want to get your clothes together, you want to do anything else except focus on your child. You want to leave it to somebody else. That's the reality, folks. You can run from it, you can dread it, but destiny arrives all the same. I'm telling you, as a peer educator, as a person that's handshaking and interacting with your kids in the street now. I'm interacting now. No matter how you view me, you can say, yo, I don't want a nigga like you interacting with my kids. You ain't even got no motherfucking high school diploma. I would say, no, I got a GED. I know how to count 1, 2, 3. And I know how to say ABC. I got my fucking degree up north. Yeah, I got my degree up north. I may not be qualified in your eyes, but I'm still the one sitting there talking to your son about how his father and his moms don't get along, or stepdad coming in late, or, you know, woo, 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 and that would be me. And what I'm telling you is, we need more parents gun-ho, ready to go all out for their fucking kid. And I'll end it with this. It was a video of or maybe it was a video. It was a trending topic where it was saying if you was in the ocean and you was with your wife or you was with your husband, but your kids was there, who would you save first, right? And the wife was like, I'm gonna save my husband because I can make more kids. And in another video, a whole separate another video, the husband was like, yo, I'm gonna save my wife, I can make more kids, right? And then a lot of women in the comments were saying, I could never, you know, my kids come first, and woo, 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 and my kids, my kids, my kids, my kids. And it's like, bitch, you lying. We know you lying. You don't give a fuck about your kids like that. Because if you did, you would be more involved with your kids. You would be more active with your kids. If y'all think we can't cancel violence in our neighborhoods with just the parents alone, you bugging. And this is where I gotta, before I end the show, I know I just said that a few times. This is where I'll end the show with, I gotta say I'm apologize to my son. Last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago now, I took one of my small boys who was not my child, right? I don't got no kids from my own, but I helped raise some boys, and they doing well. They're not doing like none of these fucking kids, right? They doing well, and I'm happy they doing well. But I took him to walk with my son in the Bronx from 161st all the way to from fucking Grand Concourse, no, not Grand Concourse, from Fordham Road all the way to 161st, right? And we walked, etc. I'm not his dad, you know, but he loved me like a dad. I did everything for him like a dad. I love him. I go all out for him. I pour into him. I did everything I could do for him, right? And he's doing well for himself, right? But I was walking with my son, and I can't think of all of the words that was said, but I was saying something, and his response to me was like, yeah, the parents is fucking fried, and you know, the parents can't even think past go, so how the kids gonna get it? And at the time, I didn't really pay too much attention to it. I'm listening to it like, I don't know about that, right? But now, being with the job that I'm with now, when I'm talking to the kids, I'm dealing with certain, you know, boys and girls, certain ages, etc. I'm saying, damn, my son was 100% right, and I have to apologize and say, the parents are shot, people. Make no mistake about it. The parents are shot. There's no way in hell that you a parent, a mother or father, and you don't know your son is in the game. You don't know your daughter is fucking. You don't know your daughter is sexually active, let's say that. You don't know that she cutting school. You don't know this, you don't know that. There's no way in hell. Unless you just totally not involved. And that's the problem. You leave it up to the teachers and the other people. And it's like, nah, these kids ain't even my kids. I helped raise 2 boys, not from myself. I don't have no kids from myself. I'm going to look in your phone. I'm going to know who you hanging out with. I'm going to know where you at. And don't get me wrong, certain things may get past your nose. You may not catch everything. You got to work. You got to deal with the baby moms or the mother. You got to have sex. You got to cook dinner. You got to get your clothes together. You got to work, etc. You want to go to the gym. You want to have your own, you know, hobbies and shit, etc. We human. So I get it. You need to what's the word? Decompress yourself. So I get it. So you may not be 100% your kids 100% of the time. But what I'm saying is if you give an inkling of what your kids is doing, you can't tell me you don't know your kids ain't carrying no guns. You can't tell me your kids ain't down with the Crips and the Bloods. There's no fucking way. There's no way that you could tell me your kids is doing X, Y, Z and you don't know. You know. You're just not putting no oomph into your kids. And I quoted the mother and the husband saying, yo, I'm going to protect my husband and I'm going to save my wife and my husband first. And a lot of women's in the comments saying, yo, nobody can tell me nothing about my kids first, my kids first, my kids first, my kids first. You're lying. Your kids ain't first. Because if your kids was first, you would know what they was doing. You would know that he's failing in class. You would know that he's cutting class. You would know that he's down with the Crips. You would know that he's down with the Bloods. You would know that he's the king of the Yetas. You would know that he's the king of... You would know this. You would know. You would fucking know. There's no way that you can't know. Social media, phone, find my iPhone and all this shit. You can't tell me you don't know your son is with the Bloods. You can't tell me you don't know your daughter's fucking. You can't tell me that. You cannot tell me that. What you can tell me is that you more worried about what type of belt you got. You got the Gucci belt, the Fendi Prada, even though them fucking Asians saying XYZ. You can't tell me you don't know what your daughter's doing, but your lashes is on fleek, your wig is on fleek, your dress is on fleek. You outside every time you get dancing and shaking your ass. You can't tell me you don't know that your daughter is doing the most. You're just not being a good parent. If everybody was a good parent, or at least a decent parent, a lot of the violence in our neighborhood wouldn't even be because you would be putting your foot in your child's ass, like I was doing. And they wasn't even my kids. Oh, what you doing? Your homework not done? Oh, you want to play the Xbox? You want to play the PlayStation? Oh, we won't be doing that today. Oh, you want them new Jordans? You want them new kicks? You want XYZ? Oh, you won't be getting that today. Because your grades say XYZ. Your teacher called me and said, you fell asleep in class and you was bullshitting in class. You went to the bathroom 5 times today. So we're going to put the belt in your ass 5 times today. What we doing? We really about that? Or you scared of your kids? You scared of your nieces and nephews? Oh, but my husband is locked up. His father is locked up. Where your brothers at? Where your cousins at? Where your little nephews that's older than you that could put foot to ass to your son? There's no way your son should be in the gang and you know about it. There's no way. There's no way. Because the foot should be to his ass or her ass. Coming in the house just doing what the fuck they want to do. What? Kidding me? You pay a light bill? You pay that fucking iWatch? You pay anything in this house? So I'm going to whip your ass. I'm going to whip the skin off your ass. In front of everybody if I have to. That's what's missing. Kids just do what the fuck they want and the parents let them do what the fuck they want. And I'm learning that now at my new job, dealing with some of the kids. I'm saying, damn, do the parents know what the fuck is going on? Because soon as when they come into the program, I know what it is. I'm talking to them like, yo, XYZ, woo, 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 I'm like, how old is your mom's? You 17? Your mom's is... She work where? She do what? She too worried about social media. She too worried about them extensions in her hair. She too worried about that Birkin bag. She too worried about the 2, 3, 4 niggas she got on her roster. He's too worried about what niggas think of him after he came home and wasn't a parent. These are the things that we need to be concerned with, people. And I think I took enough of your time. So we're gonna close out the show with that. We need to be more mindful. We need to be more intentional. And we need to go hard for hours. We need to go harder than the fuck for hours. Otherwise, we risk the, you know, we run the risk of anything happening to our kids. And hey, he got locked up, he stole a car, he did X, Y, Z, he did woo woo. Now I get it. In my time coming up, and there's no excuse to my mom. She wasn't the best, but mommy, I love you. It wasn't no cell phones. It wasn't this. It wasn't that. It wasn't easy to keep track. It was like, yo, we could go outside. What time you want me to be back? So you don't know where we at. You told me to stand in front of the building, but we went to the Bronx. We went to Brooklyn. Came back. Now it's you can keep tracking tabs on your iPhone. You're not even getting the iPhone. You're not even getting the iPhone watch unless I can know what the fuck is going on. You could get mad if you want. Give me that fucking phone. That's what it should be. But y'all let me know what y'all thoughts in the comments is on any particular topic we talked about. Talked about the game. We talked about the guy Rodney Hilton. We talked about Kiki Palmer and her husband. We talked about a lot of things. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think I'm bugging out at. But of course, it's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here. More again. Yeah, kid. Stay safe this weekend, people.